honor to be here this morning to chair the press briefing here at the Gambia Tourism Hospitality Institute. We've come a long way, so we will not be here to talk about all of that. We do know its history, but what is important is the relationship I have with this institution, and also hoping that it will grow from strength to strength. And having said that, I will now introduce the members of the top table. Of course, just a bit of background. We do know the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute, formerly called the Gambia Hotel, is actually Gambia's only hotel institution when it comes to hotelier and all of that. And it is important that it takes the lead. Like they always say, Njeka Judu Njeka Ba. Of course, we have GTHI. We don't have any other institution. And it's important upon them, upon their mandate to organize a food and beverage exposition that will be held from the 26th, 27th, and 28th, 3 days of an event. And on the 26th is going to be a conference. Of course, it has its own theme, which the Director General will be delving more into, and as to the reasons why, the target group, and all of that. And this is the first time that they're coming up with such an initiative, and we hope and pray that it grows. And they look forward to having it every year, inshallah. It depends on this pilot project. And I think it's important that we all put hands on deck to ensure that it becomes a success. And because when the institution grows, the Gambia grows and all of that. So I think it's important that we support this initiative. And this is where the role of the media comes in terms of giving it publicity and visibility that it needs. We do know, of course, yes, the money is important, but also what matters more is actually what you do for country and all of that. And I think it's really important. And you, as members of the press, my colleagues, you have demonstrated that this morning by coming forward and joining us here, of course, on the in our press briefing this morning. And we want to say thank you very much for coming. And I'll now hand over the mic to Mr. Singate, who will be telling us the reason why, as to they're coming up with such an exposition, such an event, and also what they're actually looking forward to achieving at the end of the day, and basically the target and all of that, and what are we going to expect on, of course, the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. So thank you very much, and of course, I'll now hand over the mic to Mr. Singate. Thank you.
For that wonderful introduction, leading the way to the opening of this very important event for us. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The staff and management of the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute. I have the singular honor and privilege to receive and welcome members of the press, a component of our society that is very key and important to this event. Like earlier mentioned by Fatu, we have an idea that we thought we need to share it with the general public. And by doing that, we believe that the press is very key in the dissemination of this information. And as a result of this morning's press briefing, you might all be informed adequately that the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute, if I may give a brief background of the institute, started as a small hotel school way back in the late 70s and early 80s as the Gambia Hotel School. So a brief background about the institute is that it started way back in the late 70s and the early 80s as the Gambia Hotel School, tasked with the responsibility of providing the human resource needs of the country. Directly under the Ministry of Tourism and Culture as one of the departments. With the advent of time, we know tourism is dynamic. There had been the need to transform the school into what is now the Tourism and Hospitality Institute. Now, the objective of this transformation was to ensure that the institute is able to adequately respond to the increasing demands of the tourism sector. By that I mean the service industry that will be required to be able to cater for our ever-growing tourism sector. We know that tourism is a very important economic activity for the country as a developing country. and the government has seen the need to position or reposition the destination as a destination to be reckoned with. Now, this goes along with a lot of efforts and activities and programs, and the institute that had been transformed is tasked with the responsibility of providing the human capacity of the sector. Now, the transformation is aimed at realizing that we are able to train professionals at a higher level of qualification, certificate, diploma, and advanced diploma from the traditional training programs that we used to have during the days of the hotel school at certificate level. Now, the Institute with the transformation is now poised to provide training at more advanced level and at diverse qualifications, professional qualifications like housekeeping, food and beverage service, culinary arts, food and beverage and nutrition. Now, this has also come along with a lot of challenges because every expansion comes with its own challenges. And these are some of the challenges that we are trying to address with this event. Now, trying to link the event with the mandate of the Institute, the Food and Beverage Expo comes up with a theme, Taste of the Gambia, a green culinary journey through local flavors. Taste of the Gambia, a green culinary journey through local flavors. This is the theme for this year's Food and Beverage Expo. Now, this is the first edition, and there are plans to have it as an annual event, and it goes along with a junior chef competition, meaning that in addition to the conference and the food expo, we have different catering institutions that are also looking up to the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute as the parent institution that is providing training in various disciplines. So we have tried to bring on board some of these institutions to come in and participate in a junior chef competition that is scheduled to take place on Friday, on the first 2 days, Friday and Saturday, and then the final winner will be announced on the closing day of the ceremony. Now, this initiative is led by our research and consultancy department under the leadership of Mr. Peter Mendy. They have the details of the activities from the 26th, 27th, and the 28th of the month. And we will give them the opportunity to go into those details of the events to inform the general public about what they should be expecting during these periods. But most importantly is the is the conference that is going to happen on Friday, where we will be expecting distinguished Gambians to come and deliver papers on the theme, Taste of the Gambia, a green culinary journey through local flavors. So we have an outline of about 5 resource persons that will be here on Friday from 10 o'clock in the morning to deliver papers on different topics, but under the same theme. And the rest of the day will mark the beginning of the Food and Beverage Expo, and then it continues on Saturday and Sunday. But like I said, the details of the program will be available from the Director of Research and Consultancy, Mr. Mendy, who had been working with his team tirelessly to be able to bring this program together. And we are very happy that we have dedicated partners like the members of the press that are here with us today to get this message and information across to the general public. Now, we want everybody to see this event as a national event. That is because we as a government institution under the Ministry of Tourism and Culture, with our mandate to not only to provide professional training for the tourism and hospitality sector, but also to encourage healthy eating and the use of our local products and ingredients in providing the unprecedented culinary experience that our visitors would be expecting whenever they come to the Gambia. Now, the best way to do this is to introduce menus and recipes. We are also doing this in collaboration with Bakadaji Hotel, one of the newest hotels that had just been established. The general idea is to try as much as possible to source local ingredients and come up with local recipes that we can be able to sell to visitors that will be visiting the country, that will be staying in our hotels. And we believe that this is going to create the necessary awareness and the need and the concept to be promoted not only within the school, but also outside the school in various hotels that our students will be sent to do their attachment and eventually to be employed. On that note, I don't want to take the lion's share of this time. We are running against time. I want to invite the members of the team to also share the little experience or the little information that they have to share with you. And from there on, probably we will open the floor for clearing any doubts or questions that may come from the members of the press. On that note, I hand over the mic to Fatou Janabay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very much, DG Singate, for the wonderful overview of GTHI, Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, our dear journalists, welcome to Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute. Indeed, it has been a very, very short notice, but the response from you guys is really overwhelming. We thank you very, very much for your coming.
Thank you.
Yes. So, welcome to this press conference today, where we invite you to talk on or to highlight on the forthcoming Food and Beverage Expo 2023. Like DG Singate mentioned, the theme for this year or for the event, the expo, is Taste of the Gambia, a culinary journey through local flavors. And then the idea has been developed or initiated by the research department of the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute, because part of our mandate as a research institution is to come up with concept ideas that is geared towards promoting healthy recipes, re-engineering our local recipes, our local food to meet international standards. So, and then we believe, like as a hospitality institute, Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute has a very, very key role to play as far as food and beverage consumption is concerned in the country. So, the objective of this event is to provide a rare platform opportunities for food and beverage businesses, food and beverage producers, catering institutions as well, and all food lovers, and to come on board and showcase their products and services. Because as we all know, there has been other trade fairs, other food festivals, but of this nature, it's like this is the first of its kind. So Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute, we are very, very happy to come up with this rare opportunity to give to all food enthusiasts, all food lovers, all food businesses, the opportunity to come and network, share ideas, learn from each other, especially among the catering schools, because we know there are a lot of catering schools in the Gambia, and they need to come, and they should not be operating in isolation. So we believe that this is a very good opportunity to bring them on board, to learn from GTHI, and also we learn from them. Of course, we'll be inviting top chefs in the country to come also. So this is also going to provide an opportunity to learn from these experienced chefs. Also, the objective is to link, producers with the industry, and the only way to do this is through food. So like Fadu Janenbei says, for us here at GTHI, food is life. I don't know how you guys see food, but for us, food is life. And then maybe you can go and give a thought of this and say. So now we believe that we have a role as a research department to really, because we know it's going to take, it's hard to break the barrier. But we believe that over time, we'll definitely going to be where we want by making sure that we eat what we grow and grow what we eat. I mean, trying to focus now on local produce. Now, if you go to other countries, they consume their cuisines. They eat what they grow. But if you look at the Gambia, we are more into the KFCs, the McDonald's. What is like European? Like we always have these stories, and I like to share this. If you maybe anybody goes to the restaurant, people are more comfortable or feel it's more trendy or classy to order a beef lasagna or a spaghetti bolognese than to order domoda with finde. They will tell you that I've been eating this in my home. This is not what we want. Now, last time, I think it was November, I went to Ghana for this conference. It was also a similar thing, invited by the Safe Association. In Ghana, what they produce, they promote their local foods only. Top class restaurants, their menus, everything is around local. And they have a team, like a saying like, eat Ghana, wear Ghana, feel Ghana. So they are coming, they are growing, and we are loving it, even in their movies. So yes, we can do the same or even better. So this is the starting point. And we thank you very much for coming, and then together we believe that we can surely be there. So thank you very much, and yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mendy. That is Mr.
Coordination of the activities. Thank you, the Director General and members of the high floor, as well as our friends and colleagues, the media houses. My own is going to be based on experience, like Mr. Mendy just said from the last speaker. Equally, the purpose of this thing is just to promote local cuisine. And I also share with you some of the short stories which are very much in other countries. Last December 2022, I was also in Sierra Leone. I was there for 2 weeks. And this is a country which are gradually trying to develop their tourism. But guess what? They're developing it locally. Their cuisine is local. I was there for 2 weeks with one of my colleagues. What I can share with you, I've been eating potato leaf and cassava leaf throughout. No fish and chips, no hamburger, nothing. Yeah. So I feel that this is also the right time for Gambians to also go local. It's not only benefiting in terms of health-wise, it's benefiting everybody. It's also going to benefit also our local producers, the women gardeners, and all these things. So even in times of supply chains, the turnaround process is going to be very minimal in this sense, which means that instead of having a lot of waste at the market with their vegetables, hotels, restaurant owners, establishment, not just directly, contract these people, and we have what we call a healthy eating habits. Equally in China, which some of you may know, they have their favorite called hot pot. If you go to Japan, they have what we call sushi. So I think tourism, like as a dynamic, industry, is moving. It's changing every now and then. So we also want to follow the same trend and also equally more, change over. So in that change, we bring in this concept to our research and consulting department that they want Gambians to be eating healthy, so that, like Fadu just said, she wants to live for 100 years. And I think everybody there also want to live 100 years equally. So that's just I want to put across so that you understand that the benefit of this is just to raise awareness on our local cuisine. Like Mr. Mendy just said, if you go to this restaurant, everybody wants to have the fish and chips, the chickens and all these things. Please, I'll advise all of you, let's go local. Let's go local. Let's give it a try and see how it's going to look like. Thank you very much.
Today, and it's an honor to speak, even though I wasn't expecting to talk. I'll take you through our concept note. So this concept note was developed by the research department 2 months ago, and then we decided to embark on this journey. It was a hell of a ride, should I say, but then we are here finally, and the theme that we choose for this year's expo is Taste of the Gambia, a green culinary journey through our local flavors. So we were in partnership with the Gambia Hotel Association and Chef Association of the Gambia, and also Bakadaji Hotel. And during the expo, we will be having a conference that is the 26th of May on Friday. That is when we will be having the conference. So this conference is basically to raise awareness on the importance of going back to local to discuss the theme. We will be having experts to come and talk to the public and also people about the importance of going back to local, that is embarking on a green culinary journey through our local flavors. We are trying to promote the taste of the Gambia. We are trying to promote our findis. We are trying to promote our benachins, our ebe, so that it can reach the international standard. And we are also expecting international chefs as well to be in attendance on Friday. And if any media house wants to attend as well, you're free to come. We must say that you're all invited to attend. Not the conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the conference is open to all media houses, even though it's strictly on invitation for the public. During the expo, we'll be having different sections. We will having the beverage section and the food section. So during on the beverage section, we'll have the tropical island. That is where we'll be having the fresh fruit juices to be on sale, and also the local juices as the wonjo, the baobab, the ditah, and all the juices as well. So the food section, we'll be having the blow my mind section. This is where you have things, I will just take an example of the Tamala Fish Market, where you go and do your shopping and they will prepare it for you. We'll be having the other cuisine section. In as much as we are promoting Gambian cuisine, we do not want to exclude international cuisines, like the grilled chicken, so we can have it in, because not everyone will prefer, even though we are trying to promote it, we might not force everyone to go in for those local food stuff. We'll be having the pastry and ice cream section. So the pastry, we'll be having snacks, Gambian snacks, local snacks, and we are having the ice cream section. We all know now that we are having the wonjo ice cream, the baobab ice cream as well. So these are all, this is what we call food fusion, infusing our Gambian flavors into international cuisines. We were having the vegan dishes. Lately, according to research, we are having a lot of Gambians embarking on the vegan lifestyle. So we do not want to exclude them during the expo, and that is why we are bringing in that section as well into the. And we are having other side events as well. We are having face painting for kids. We'll be having bouncy castle for family members that will want to attend. And we are also having a culinary competition, that is junior chefs competition, where we'll be bringing in different culinary schools to come and compete. Aside from that, we're also expecting to have entertainment from the Bright Stars Entertainment, and also other side entertainments as well, the comedians that might want. And my time that, we will want to entertain the crowd as well, even though we are shy. We are targeting small and medium sized, and from the suppliers to, as we call it here at GTHI, from farm to fork. That is what we are trying to do. And so from there, our result is to at least expose businesses, and then also the main aim of the exposition is to promote the Gambian cuisine as well. So this is what I have to tell you on the concept. No, thank you very much.
Not about the money, but it's national duty. And we are very grateful and thank you very much. Like everyone has said, my director, my deputy director, my boss, my HOD, my colleague here, Fatmata and Fatu Janembai has already thrown light to why we are here today. So it's an exposition like no other, first time in the Gambia. It's the food and beverage exclusively, where we would come, communicate, interact, network, and learn from each other. So this is a platform where you can share ideas, business plans, and we can know, like, if you have a business, if someone needs something, this is where you go. So we also trimmed it down so that there's not much of a competition like the trade fair. Like, if you're selling one thing, we want each other, all of us to buy from each other, not everyone selling the same thing. The idea is to taste the diversity in Gambian cuisine. So it's very important for everyone to come on board and taste our delicacies, our indigenous cuisines. This is beautiful. When I was back in Kenya, we introduced the domada. They have something similar from Uganda. It's called the Ginot soup, but there's nothing like the domada and the finde. We introduced the ngala, which is all coming from the groundnut, which was great. And they have millet, but they've never had porridge mono before. And we introduced that to them, and we had chakri too, which was a great aspect on our side. And the chicken yassa, you have onions and you have the chicken. What can you do with it to bring a little touch of Gambian? And from now on, we're proud that our term 5s have included a Gambian cuisine as their final year project, which is great. And I am glad that I'm corresponding with them all the time, that they're introducing Gambian in their cuisine. So it's like representing Gambia in Kenya. If I can do that with my team, because it was a team of 10, so we can do the same in Gambia. So we are calling out for everyone to support this initiative. And this is a pilot program, but I know we are going to make it, and we are going to, it's here to stay. We will have it annually, and will be bigger and better every year. Thank you very much. I'll be here for all your questions. So we have a restaurant here. Unfortunately, he's the president of the Chefs Association. It's a very good example of food fusion and taking our local gastronomy to an international standard. He uses purely Gambian products, and he puts it there to the international standard. We are talking about food fusion. If we have the domada and it's presented to you differently, you will be eager to taste this domada in a restaurant. We mostly have it at home with rice. So the finde is very rare. How many households have finde in their houses, and do you consume domada with finde? So you can also consume your domada with couscous, but depending on how you present it to that person. So like he said, he has been in Sierra Leone. So they have embraced their local cuisines. Wherever you go, even in Kenya, they will sell their ugali to you. When you are there, even if you're not Kenyan, when you get there, the first thing you will be like, I want to taste their ugali and their chapati. Because this is something that they've been putting out there, and no matter what, you're in the haste to taste it, even though it's not good. Yeah. So it's something that helps out in representing your country. They will send it out to you in a way that you will love it. You would love it and appreciate it. So first is we need to embrace our local food and also sell it to the international market. So people don't only travel to the Gambia because it's the smiling coast of West Africa and we have the triple S to represent us, but they should travel to us because of food destination. Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. And the DJ also wants to share.